Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing lights glowing softly on the moon. Not stars, not satellites, but windows of a real human settlement, shining 238,000 miles away. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's NASA's actual vision for the coming decades.
Welcome to the story of humanity's first city beyond planet Earth. 50 years ago, astronauts left footprints on the moon and came home as heroes.
But this time, NASA isn't planning a visit, they're planning to stay. The mission is called Artemis, named after the Greek goddess of the moon. Fittingly, Artemis's twin brother was Apollo, the very program that started it all.
Artemis promises to land the first woman and the first person of color on the moon. But landing is only the beginning of a much bigger dream. NASA's ultimate goal is to build sustainable, long-term human presence on the lunar surface. Picture habitats, laboratories, greenhouses, and roads carved into gray lunar dust. This future outpost has a working name. NASA calls it the Moon to Mars vision. Because everything built there is really a rehearsal for something even farther away. Before humans can survive on Mars, they must first learn to survive on the moon. The moon becomes humanity's proving ground, just 3 days away from home.
So where exactly would this lunar city rise from the dust? Scientists have their eyes set on the moon's South Pole region. That area holds something incredibly precious: frozen water ice, hidden in permanent shadow. Deep craters near the pole never see direct sunlight, trapping ice for billions of years. That ice could become drinking water, breathable oxygen, and even rocket fuel. In other words, the moon might already have its own natural resupply depot. Nearby, tall crater rims catch near constant sunlight, almost never going dark. NASA calls these areas peaks of eternal light, perfect for solar power. So the dream city would sit between darkness for ice and light for energy. It's a strange, beautiful balance only the moon's geography could offer. But building anything there means solving problems no city on Earth has ever faced. There is no air, no protective atmosphere, and temperatures swing wildly hot and cold.
During lunar daytime, surfaces can heat up past 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
At night, temperatures plunge to nearly 200 degrees below zero. Add in deadly cosmic radiation with no atmosphere to block it. Any city here needs walls tough enough to survive all of that, and worse. NASA engineers have a clever answer: build with the moon itself. Lunar soil, called regolith, could be 3D printed into thick, protective habitat walls. Robotic printers might construct shelters layer by layer, long before astronauts even arrive. Some designs bury habitats slightly underground, using regolith as natural radiation shielding. Others imagine repurposing empty landing craft fuel tanks as ready-made living pods. Every material sent from Earth costs a fortune,
So recycling ideas save lives and money.
That's the real secret of a moon city, using what's already there. NASA calls this approach in situ resource utilization, or simply living off the land. Water ice becomes drinking water and breathable air through simple chemical processing. Split water into hydrogen and oxygen, and you've got breathable air and rocket fuel.
Suddenly, the moon isn't just a destination, it's a fuel station to the stars.
Ships heading to Mars could refuel on the moon instead of hauling everything from Earth. That single idea could make deep space travel dramatically cheaper and faster. But no city survives without electricity, and the moon offers no power grid.
NASA is testing small nuclear reactors designed specifically for lunar surface power.
This project, called fission surface power, could run day and night, rain or shadow. Solar panels help too, especially near those sunlit crater peaks. Together, nuclear and solar power could keep lights, labs, and life support running non-stop.
Now imagine actually walking through this settlement in your bulky white spacesuit. Corridors connect pressurized habitats, greenhouses, labs, and power stations underground.
Small rovers, quiet and electric, roll along groomed dust roads between buildings.
Astronauts might drive pressurized rovers for multi-day expeditions across the surface. Some designs even include mobile homes on wheels, letting explorers rest while roaming far. Farming becomes essential too, since shipping food from Earth isn't sustainable forever. Scientists are testing crops grown in lunar-like soil under artificial light. Lettuce, potatoes, and radishes have already sprouted in simulated noon dirt on Earth.
One day, astronauts might eat salad grown right there on the lunar surface.
Recycled water, recycled air, and homegrown food could make the base nearly self-sufficient.
Of course, none of this happens with NASA working completely alone. This is a global effort, built through the Artemis Accords with dozens of nations.
Countries like Japan, Canada, the UK, and many others have signed on to join.
Together, they share one bold, common goal: a peaceful, cooperative future in space.
Commercial companies play a massive role too, not just government agencies.
SpaceX is building Starship, a giant rocket meant to land astronauts on the moon. Blue Origin is developing its own lunar lander called Blue Moon.
Private companies are also designing lunar rovers, spacesuits, and even lunar terrain vehicles.
NASA calls this teamwork model commercial partnerships, blending government vision with private innovation. It's a bit like the early railroads, government goals fueling private ambition.
At the heart of it all sits a new outpost called the Lunar Gateway.
Gateway is a small space station that will orbit the moon, not the surface.
Think of it as a rest stop between Earth and the lunar surface below.
Astronauts could dock there, transfer supplies, then descend to the moon in landers. International modules from Europe and Japan will be attached to Gateway over time. it becomes a floating laboratory, watching over humanity's first lunar neighborhood. Meanwhile, on the surface itself, NASA imagines a facility called the Artemis Base Camp.
This base camp would include living quarters, a mobile home, and a rover.
It's designed to support crews for up to 2 months at a time. Later missions could extend that stay even longer, moving toward permanent habitation. Eventually, permanent is the goal, a moon city that never has to be abandoned.
Just like Antarctic research stations, crews would rotate in and out over the years.
Except instead of penguins outside the window, there'd be gray dust and Earth in the sky. Speaking of which, Earth would appear as a blue marble suspended in black space.
Imagine sipping your morning coffee while staring at your entire home planet.
That view alone could change how humanity feels about our fragile, shared world. But let's talk challenges, because this dream comes with serious risks too. Lunar dust is razor-sharp, clingy, and can damage both equipment and human lungs. Apollo astronauts described the smell of moon dust as strangely like spent gunpowder.
Engineers must design airlocks and suits that keep this abrasive dust from spreading inside.
Radiation exposure remains a major medical concern for long-duration lunar residents.
NASA is studying shielding materials, medications, and habitat placement to reduce that risk.
Psychological health matters too, living isolated, confined, and far from family and friends.
Astronauts train extensively for teamwork, patience, and mental resilience under pressure.
Communication delays are shorter than Mars, but isolation still weighs heavily on the mind. A moon city isn't just about survival, it's about actually living well.
NASA psychologists work alongside engineers to design spaces that feel less like prisons.
Warm lighting, private quarters, and shared community areas all factor into base design. Even exercise equipment is critical, since lunar gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's.
Without exercise, muscles and bones weaken dangerously fast in low gravity.
So future lunar residents might jog on treadmills, strapped down by resistance bands. Over time, doctors will learn exactly how the human body adapts to lunar life. That knowledge becomes priceless when planning years-long missions to Mars later on. Every lesson learned on the moon directly protects future Martian astronauts. It's like practicing a marathon by first running many careful training miles.
NASA calls this strategy learn, then leap, using the moon as the classroom.
So why does any of this matter to everyday Americans back on Earth?
Space exploration has always sparked innovation that reshapes life right here at home.
Apollo-era research gave us advances in computing, materials, and medical technology.
Artemis-era research could deliver breakthroughs in energy, robotics, and sustainable living systems.
Water recycling systems developed for the moon could help drought-stricken regions on Earth. Radiation shielding materials could improve cancer treatment technology in hospitals nationwide. Solar and nuclear innovations from lunar power systems could boost clean energy here too. Even farming techniques from lunar greenhouses could help feed people in harsh climates. Space exploration, in a very real sense, keeps paying us back down on Earth. There's also the matter of national pride, ambition, and inspiring the next generation. Kids growing up during Artemis will remember watching humans return to the moon. Some of those very kids might grow up to become future lunar residents themselves. NASA hopes this new era ignites the same wonder Apollo sparked decades ago. Back then, an entire nation gathered around televisions just to watch history unfold. Today, that same excitement is building again, mission by mission, launch by launch. Artemis 1 already flew successfully around the moon and safely returned to Earth. Artemis 2 will carry astronauts on a similar journey, though still without landing.
Artemis 3 aims to finally put boots back on the lunar surface again. Each mission builds confidence, technology, and experience toward eventual permanent settlement. NASA compares this approach to building a house one careful room at a time.
You don't move in until the foundation, walls, and roof are truly solid. Right now, humanity is still pouring that foundation, mission by careful mission. But engineers, scientists, and dreamers are already sketching what full cities might look like.
Some concept designs show domed greenhouses glowing green against gray lunar landscapes. Others imagine underground lava tubes, natural tunnels perfect for radiation-safe housing. Lunar lava tubes, formed by ancient volcanic activity, could shelter entire neighborhoods underground. NASA has actually detected several of these massive tubes using orbital radar imaging. Some are wide enough to fit entire buildings, or even small towns, inside them. It's almost like nature built ready-made basements for future lunar settlers. Over time, small outposts could connect into a growing lunar settlement network. Different nations might operate different modules, much like the International Space Station today. A true United Nations feeling could take shape, right there on the moon. Trade, science, and cooperation could flourish in this new frontier community. Someday, resources mined on the moon might even be sold back to Earth. Rare materials and lunar-made rocket fuel could become genuine space commodities. This could birth an entirely new lunar economy, decades before anyone expected it. Private companies are already eyeing mining rights and infrastructure investment opportunities.
It sounds futuristic, yet many of these plans are already actively underway.
NASA, alongside partners, is targeting the later 2020s for the first crewed landing.
A semi-permanent base could realistically follow sometime in the 2030s.
By mid-century, some experts believe a small, functioning moon city could truly exist.
That's not centuries away. That's within many of our own lifetimes.
Children born today could grow up to visit family living on the moon. That sentence alone would have sounded impossible just a generation ago. Yet Apollo once sounded impossible too, until it suddenly wasn't anymore. Human curiosity has always transformed impossible dreams into surprisingly achievable realities. The moon, once just a distant light in the sky, is becoming a destination.
Soon it may become a home, a laboratory, and a launching pad combined. From there, eyes will turn toward the red horizon of Mars beyond. But every Martian footprint will trace back to lessons learned on lunar soil.
NASA's Moon City isn't just about the moon, it's about our species' future.
It's about proving humanity can live, work, and thrive beyond our home planet.
And somewhere up there, under an Earth-lit sky, that future is already being built.